For me, history is to a great extent about things that actually were, you know. You can go to a museum and touch these things. I mean, I can go here, walk around in Delft and touch buildings. Almost everything in economics bears an economic history, you know, all the way from international trade to monetary policy to public finance to the economics of technology. Everything, you know, that we do in economics has historical precedence. In some ways, it is not the intersection of the two fields, but it's the union of them. It is a prize for history. And I am, in some sense, a somewhat unusual historian in the sense that I wasn't really trained formally as a historian. I was trained formally as an economist. And the message maybe that I would like to see is that history does more of this, that they reach out to other social sciences, and as well as to the physical sciences, that they show a great deal more interest in interdisciplinary history, not just economic history, but for instance, history of the climate, history of the environment, very quantitative history in which people actually try to count things and measure things and realize that, for example, is not always proof, because you need always to ask how many, how often, how representative, how typical. There are two things in culture that I have always found to be particularly interesting. One of them has to do with the degree of respect and even awe that people have for the knowledge of previous generations. The second thing in culture that matters is what I call intellectual arrogance. And if you look at, if you look at, say, Greek culture or Chinese culture, okay, they regarded people who are not like them as barbarians, from whom they had nothing to learn. What you need to have in a society is what we have in America more than anywhere else, which is basically the country is full of crackpots, full of sort of very strange people who are dressed weirdly and who talk to themselves. And we have thousands of them, and out of 100 of those, 99 will only be crackpots and will never do anything useful in their life. But one, you know, will write Windows XP, but we don't know which one. So it is a huge world, okay, and the most frustrating part about it is that life is so short, because there's still so much I want to learn and so much I want to find out. And every time you climb a mountain and you study a subject, all you discover is that this is a hill, you know, concealing the mountain behind it.